It's October 5th, 2021, and this is Sketchworks NewsBrake. The news stops here. I'm Brian Troxel, and that's a nice hat. Hurricane Sam has lost strength and was downgraded to a tropical storm. It has also been downgraded from Sam to Sammy. California Governor Gavin Newsom has a plan aimed at stopping the state's homeless problem. The plan is called Reducing California Taxes. Postmaster General Louis DeJoy announced cost-cutting measures, which will result in slower mail service. Starting next week, U.S. mail will go back to being delivered by ponies. Former Democratic presidential and New York City mayoral candidate Andrew Yang says he's leaving the Democrats to be an independent. It's the most underwhelming finish to an overhyped campaign since Geraldo Rivera opened Al Capone's vault. Former President Donald Trump asked a federal judge to force Twitter to reinstate his account. He also wants to be allowed to create an account on ashleymadison.com. A study by the Kaiser Permanente Division of Research, or the KPDR, found marijuana use by pregnant women rose during the height of last year's lockdown by 25%. For non-pregnant women, marijuana use rose by 3,000%. Also due to COVID-19 lockdowns, Northern Ireland's entertainment industry is experiencing a clown shortage. This marks the first time in history someone has said, "We need more clowns." Staying in the entertainment industry, as negotiations between the Producers Guild and the Film Workers Union have come to a standstill, IATSE members overwhelmingly voted yes over the weekend for union officials to authorize a strike if an agreement cannot be reached. As of this taping, everything is still up in the air, so we'll go now to Sketchworks NewsBrake correspondent and proud member of Local 479, Allie O'Neill, for a look at what it's like to work behind the scenes.
Hi, my name is Al, and I work in a movie factory. The other day, my boss said, "Al, are you busy?" And I said no. Churn out movies with your right hand. Hi, my name is Al, and I work in a movie factory. The other day, my boss said, "Al, are you busy?" And I said no. Churn out movies with your left hand. Hi, my name is Al. See, I'm cranking the film with this hand and I'm pulling focus with this hand. I thought it was really clever. I work in a movie factory. The other day, my boss said, "Al, are you busy?" And I said no. Churn out movies with your right foot. Hi, my name is Al, and I work in a movie factory. The other day, my boss said, "Al, are you busy?" And I said no. Churn out movies with your left foot. Hi, my name is Al, and I work in a movie factory. The other day, my boss said, "Al, are you busy?" And I said no. Churn out movies with your head. Hi, my name is Al, and I work in a movie factory. The other day, my boss said, "Al, we're going to work a sixth day this week because we've careened off schedule." Hi, my name is Al, and I work in a movie factory. The other day, my boss said, "Al, are you busy?" And I said, "I know I got time and a half today, but I am getting off at 7:30 in the morning on a Sunday. I got to turn around and be back out here in less than 24 hours. I'm like, this just isn't safe. I'm exhausted."
Strength in unity, unity in strength. A new study by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows that low-carb diets can benefit heart health in the obese. Sorry, I read that wrong. Diets in general would probably work. A passenger aboard a Spirit Airline flight heading from BWI to LAX, that's Baltimore Washington International Airport to Los Angeles International Airport, stood and performed an original song to the delight of most of the other passengers. Spirit, however, loved her performance as it provided them an opportunity to charge everyone an additional fee for in-flight entertainment. Then the plane hit a bird and its engine caught on fire. The fire was extinguished. The passengers were charged the cost of the water and the cost of the bird. In other airline news, a passenger on a Hawaiian Airlines plane assaulted a crew member after claiming he was hearing voices. Now you know why pilots start every announcement with, "This is your captain speaking." And in other bird news, the ivory-billed woodpecker is among 23 animal species now considered extinct in the United States. You see, this is what happens when government unemployment makes it more worthwhile for animals to stay at home and go extinct rather than work in crappy, low-paying jobs. Yesterday, Facebook suffered their biggest system outage in 13 years, also affecting Instagram and WhatsApp. The great Facebook outage of October 2021 forced many people to disconnect from the distorted reality that social media often provides.
I gotta find something to like now.
You also forgot to share, subscribe, and ring that bell. Facebook is not having a good week. A 60 Minutes report shows Facebook uses its social media platforms to put profits over public safety. And Facebook was offline for much of Monday. Funny how that happened, isn't it? Facebook going dark after being publicly called out is what's known as cyber pouting. This shows Mark Zuckerberg is not mastering human emotions that androids like him are supposed to do. In news from another god-awful big tech company ruining civilization, YouTube announced they will ban all content that is deemed anti-vax. So let's test out this new policy. If you're in a low-risk group or have already had COVID, it's reasonable to question the necessity of taking the vaccine. Are we still here? Are we deplatformed? Are we canceled? You know, the last time I thought controversy would make for good publicity for Sketchworks, this happened. Back to COVID stories approved by the government and their big tech censors. NBA superstar LeBron James says he is vaccinated against COVID-19 despite his initial skepticism. He says he decided to get the vaccine after, in his words, doing my research. We look forward to more of LeBron's groundbreaking research in immunology and virology. However, other NBA stars are refusing to get vaccinated or are refusing to say if they are vaccinated. U.S. Senator Ted Cruz praised some of them on Twitter and, as he told them, your body, your choice. We look forward to Senator Cruz's efforts to promote personal choice in medical decisions by working to overturn Texas's anti-abortion law. In more never-ending COVID news, the CDC recently announced that booster shots can be made available to the elderly, people with underlying health conditions, and anyone whose jobs put them at a greater risk of exposure. For more, we go to Sketchworks NewsBrake correspondent and vaccine junkie, Allie O'Neill.
Circle, circle, dot, dot, I got my COVID booster shot. Circle, circle, square, square, I still want you to stay 6 feet away from me.
Among the workers included for the booster are those in healthcare, education, and manufacturing, which includes us here at NewsBrake and all of Sketchworks' industrial strength comedy, because we manufacture comedy. And now you can too. That's a segue into a commercial for our classes. We actually don't have any classes coming up. Sorry about that. But you should still sign up for our newsletter and like and follow us on the socials so that you'll be the very first person to know when we do. William Shatner is boldly going where 2 billionaires have recently gone before. Fiction becomes fact when the Star Trek star travels to space next week with Jeff Bezos, who wants Shatner to call him Spock. When asked if this trip may be too risky for the 90-year-old actor, Shatner replied, "I appreciate the concern, but I must point out the possibilities. The potential is equally great." Risk. Risk is our business. That's what Blue Origin is all about. That's why Amazon built her. Bezos! For reasons that are unknown at this time, but are surely not a sign of anything wrong, Bezos asked Shatner to wear a red shirt for his trip. Britney Spears' father, Jamie, released a statement after being suspended as conservator of her estate. The statement reads, "I love my daughter very money, and have tried to money what is best for her. I hope my daughter can money, so that our family can heal from this money." Money. Rapper Eminem opened up a new pasta restaurant in Detroit, named after one of his famous lyrics, "Mom's Spaghetti." Not to be outdone, rapper Nelly is opening up a new chain of steam rooms and saunas called Hot in Here. Shakira, who claims her hips don't lie, says she was attacked by a pair of wild boars in Barcelona. The boars were later identified as Kylie and Kendall Jenner. David Lee Roth announced he is retiring from the music business. A surprise to most people, as they assumed he already retired. Diamond Dave will play his final show ever for all time for sure on January 8, 2022 at the House of Blues in Las Vegas, just before his bartending shift starts at the same location. Model Emily Ratajkowski accused Robin Thicke of groping her whilst the two made the Blurred Lines music video back in 2013. However, Ratajkowski is not seeking legal action. Since Thicke is now a judge on Fox's The Masked Singer, she feels that's punishment enough. Last week, a Missouri man who posted a picture of a catalytic converter he was selling on Facebook was arrested by the Stone County Sheriff's Department. You're probably saying to yourself, there's nothing wrong with posting a photo of something you have to sell. And you're right. Except for the fact that the guy forgot to crop out the big bag of meth sitting on his coffee table.
Quick reminder, when posting pictures online, always remember to crop out your drugs. I'm Allie O'Neill with your NewsBrake Nifty Tip.
Nifty! A lobster with an unusually bright orange coloration was saved from being served at a restaurant in Scottsdale, Arizona. The crustacean was donated to the Odyssey Aquarium, where it was promptly devoured by an eel. Due to a food worker shortage in Pennsylvania, an elementary school principal ordered over 400 pizzas to feed his students. The total cost was $0 since they were unable to deliver in 30 minutes or less. 2 elementary schools in Oakland, California are closed because of a flea infestation. Exterminators have placed bass guitars around the schools in hopes of luring the fleas out. You know what? Let's just stop there. That's all for Sketchworks NewsBrake. I'm Brian Troxel, inviting you to like, subscribe, follow, click the bell, and become a Patreon subscriber. Hey, you have a thought on a news story you just saw? Join the conversation by commenting below. Be sure to watch us next week again on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and streaming service Mobfee TV. Available for download on Roku, Fire TV, iOS, Apple TV, and Android TV. Oh, and say hi to your mom for me. I'll be downloading her later.
Oh my God, it's just such an unbelievable moment.
Brandon, you also told me As you can hear the chants from the crowd. Let's go, Brandon. Brandon, you told me you were going to kind of hang back those first two stages and just watch and learn. What did you learn that helped you there in those closing laps?
Oh my God, it was learning how each line didn't